Okay, come get ready with me for farm chores. It's a lovely crisp morning. Autumn is here and pretty soon it's going to get colder. In fact, we're waiting for our first cold stint from tomorrow onwards. So today we are going to clean out some chicken coops in preparation for the rain that hopefully comes along with the cold. And it's our new system where we have them on sand, so we're going to see how that goes. But first things first, let's get everybody fed and watered, and then we have our trusty little patrol buddy here who's going to take a trip around the coops and just check what animals were there during the night. We have had a mongoose come and steal some eggs, and we've also had a genet that actually killed some of our neighbors' chickens, but luckily my chickens stay in Fort Alcatraz, so they were fine for now. But yeah, we'll see how long it lasts. Yeah, come along. Okay, so first up is our grow out pen. So I have some, I think they're about 12-week-old Wyandotte chicks in here, and they are a heritage breed. They are slow maturing, so it's still a while for them before they're fully grown, and for that reason we feed them a high protein diet. They can't just eat what the adults eat at this stage, so they need to stay on a starter feed or on a grower feed for a bit longer. So they say that the Wyandotte roosters can actually grow up until 18 months. They're only fully grown out by then. In this coop I only have one rooster. Mostly I try to grow out the hens for new breeding stock, or for people looking for layers. They're excellent foragers. Yeah, I just keep one rooster from each batch as a kind of a backup or a guarantee should something happen to my stud. Yeah, but let's check out what they're doing. They're on pasture at the moment, which helps them get all the vitamins and nutrients they need. It's also excellent fertilizer for our lawn. Yeah, and we move them every day or every day and a half, and they enjoy the benefits of being on grass. So let's take a look. Hello, bookies. Yeah. Next up is the pecans. They're my pet breed. So let's see what they've been up to. Yeah, so egg production is declining. It's autumn. Their ovulation cycles are linked to daylight hours. It's not that they're bothered by temperature so much. They are actually quite well insulated. They're cold hardy. I do feed them extra, but it's the daylight hours that affects them. The other thing at this stage is most of my chickens are going through a severe molt. I'll show you all the feathers in their coop. Especially look in the corners. Yeah, so their bodies are preparing for winter by growing out all the broken feathers, making sure that they're well insulated for the cold that's surely on the way. In this coop I have some frizzles. Yo, kijk zo. This Nala. Hello, Nala. Yeah, I have some frizzles. And then I have a blue rooster. I've got a splash hen. I've got a white hen. And then this dark hen over here is supposed to be mottled. So we're hoping she's carrying the mottled gene. And then the frizzles will carry the frizzle gene. Yeah, and we're looking forward to our next breeding season to see what cute colors and variations we're going to get from them. Yeah, so when I say they're molting, this is what it can look like. Yep, Wat gaan hier aan, guys? Huh? Wie gooit so baie vere af? Goodness. They're definitely molting, so no eggs from this group today. Recently we transitioned our coops to sand. We're trying it. It's a new adventure for us. Before we used to use straw bales and then just have like deep litter, and every month or so we take out the soiled bedding, hot compost it, and that was great for the garden. We have a couple of challenges here. First of all, in the valley that we're at, it's not easy to find straw. In fact, you don't find it at all. There aren't really any wheat growers in this part of the world. So then it doesn't make sense for how far you have to drive to get straw bales. Like cost-wise, it just doesn't add up. The second thing is we don't have a bakkie. So we have to like hook a trailer to my city car and then fetch material for bedding, which we can do once in a while, but again, like cost-wise, it is an issue. So what we're trying to do now is to keep our costs as low as possible and our animals as healthy as possible. So with the sand, what happens is the sand dries out any manure or poop or whatever that falls on it quite quickly, and then basically the concept is that you rake or sift through the sand, remove all the manure, and then your coop is clean. It works really well so far. They've been on the sand now for about 3 weeks, I think. The only thing is it is a bit more labor intensive. So again, everything comes at a cost. There's no such thing as a free meal. What you make up for in finances, you pay for in labor. But at this stage, because I am home, this is now what I do. It's also a great way for me to check up on my animals. It's great to check their manure. I can quickly identify if there's coccidiosis, parasites or whatever. We do deworm regularly. We do deworm regularly. It's just that it gives you an insight on the bird's health. You can check like what's happening in the coop. So yeah, it's that saying that says the best manure in your fields is the farmer's footsteps. So yeah, so follow along. I'm going to show you the whole process of cleaning out the coops now that we're on sand. So I'm literally going to start with the biggest coop and the messiest coop first. This is my resting hens and my young roosters that I'm growing out to see who has the potential to be the new stud. This is a densely populated coop of about 4 by 2 meters, maybe 2.2 meters. I think it's 4 by 4 by 2.2 meters. It's quite large. They have enough space to roam around. I do let them out to forage and graze once in a while, but the Wyandottes can be quite destructive, and I'm sowing new seeds for winter pasture, so we're keeping them contained for a bit just to give the plants some time to grow. But this is what it looks like after about 3 or 4 days. They roost up here at night, and so you can see most of the droppings are here. It does dry out quite fast. In wintertime that will change a bit. And here are the naughty little poopy butts. Hello! Come pokkalookies! Yeah. They're not very fond of coop cleaning day. They do get a bit nervous with me raking up all the sand. But what I try to do is work in one area of the coop and give them a corner. So they're all going to go down there now. So I try to work in one area at a time and give them a corner to hide out in, not to stress them out too much. They do know me. I come in here every day to feed them. They come when I call them. They're just a little bit wary as they know they are KFC. Okay, so I'll start off in this corner, and I'm just going to lightly rake all the top layer of sand with the droppings together, and then I'm going to use a litter box scoop from the cat sandbox. That for now, that's my solution that I use to sift through the sand and separate the manure. My pooper scooper. Until literally the sand falls through, the manure is collected in this bucket, and then we add it to our hot compost heap. So chicken manure is excellent fertilizer, excellent, but it's a hot manure, meaning that it is so high in nitrogen it can actually burn your plants. So we mix it with carbon, meaning like garden waste, straw, yeah, whatever we can find, nesting material, and then we hot compost it until it's nicely broken down, and then it's the best soil amendment that you can get. Like nutrient wise, it gives your plants everything they need. It also helps just to build up your soil, get all the minerals there that the microbes need to thrive. This is the gross bit, but also quite satisfying. Okay, so we finished with all 4 coops. Had to take a break in between to make the kids breakfast, and then we finished some homeschooling, and now this is what it looks like afterwards. All the feathers nicely cleaned up. Hello! Yeah, box. Room service is done, and yeah, this one all nice and clean water. The last thing that's going to happen is I will add some kombucha to their water. We found that adding probiotics, I guess it doesn't really matter what type of probiotics, but the probiotics definitely help for their overall health and also for their feed conversion. So it's as if they are a little bit more efficient with their food and just generally healthier. So we all need those probiotics. And that's it. I'll keep you updated on how the sand system goes. We have a couple of things coming up next. We just see where the sun is a little bit better. Yeah, a couple of projects coming up next. I'll show you how we make our biodynamic vermi tea, where we inoculate the soil just with some microbes and microorganisms. I use vermicast or the earthworm compost along with some other elements to try and get the soil health upgraded. And since rainy season is coming up, that's a really good time to get microbes into your soil. The penetration of the water is just better. There's more water to keep the microbes alive, and it's a good time to get living roots in the soil to sustain and maintain the microbes. And then we are also getting ready for meat rabbits, so that's a whole new section that will come up soon. And then yeah, I guess this episode was either Zen and the art of chicken keeping or chicken shit for the soul.